Then during this morning's press conference, President Trump saying he will be fighting back against California Governor Gavin Newsom and LA Mayor Karen Bass. He'll be fighting on behalf of the citizens of Pacific Palisades, the families that lost their homes to the LA fires, confirming at this press conference this morning that California, he says, is purposely slow walking the permitting process.
People have been said that. Mel Gibson has done interview saying that. So for those of y'all who have forgotten, do y'all remember at the beginning of the year there was that huge fire in the Palisades that burnt up a lot of homes in the Palisades in LA? So basically what happened is they wouldn't let people, and Donald Trump had a whole press conference with Mayor Karen Bass about this, but they wouldn't let people go to their homes. They wouldn't let people begin to rebuild. There was all this drama about, oh, the contracts or the permits are going to take 2 years. The state permits are going to take 2 years for approval. But basically what people have been saying is that they are going to try to do a land grab here. They're going to try to do a land grab and force those people who had homes in these areas out so that they could either sell them for more money. Now we're finding out that the plan is affordable housing. And for those of y'all who, you know, you might be liberal or you might have grown. I grew up poor. Affordable housing to me is a great thing, especially in this economy. Rent is very high, but I don't think the way that you get that is by capitalizing off of a tragedy. A lot of these people have been in their homes for years and years and decades. They've already lost so much. Surely there is another place where they can put some affordable housing.
Reported on this the other day, how few permits have been issued. It's been 6 months. Over 1,000, like 1,200 applications have been filed with LA to rebuild their homes, and only 112 permits have been issued so far, or 168, something like that. Why? President Trump saying they're slow walking the process purposely because they want to force these families out to build low-income, affordable housing.
¿Qué valoras? ¿Esto, el oro, o esto, la salud? Te voy a contar cuál es el factor número 1 que impulsará.
Watch.
What they had suffered, almost 25,000 homes. And you see what's happening now. They didn't give their permits. I went to a town hall meeting. I said, we're going to get you the federal permits, which are much harder. Almost immediately, Lee Zeldin is a star. He did an incredible job. They have all their federal permits. They don't have their city permits. And the mayor said to me, we think we could have them in 2 years. I was walking down the street and I met with firemen and police. And I was saying hello to many people that were standing in front of their homes with yellow tape. You can't go in. You can't go onto the lot. And those people wanted to start rebuilding the homes then and there. And the mayor said, we should be able to get them the permits within 2 years. I said, that's a shame. 2 years. Are you kidding? I'm going to get them the federal permit like almost immediately. 2 years. And she roared.
All they do is lie. All they do is lie. When they have corrupt plans in motion, all they do is give you all these reasons and excuses as to why they can't get things done. But these people continue in these areas. The majority of them continue to vote for people like Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom. And one thing I respect about Donald Trump is he could be the type of president that is like, well, these people in this, the people over there don't vote for me anyway. Especially a lot of these celebrities that get on the internet and trash talk him and go to these award ceremonies and trash talk him. But he's dealing with this with the mentality of this is right and this is wrong. And these are people who I'm supposed to be serving regardless. This is how you deal with a tragedy. I will never forget that under the Biden-Harris administration, with what happened in North Carolina, there was a directive given in FEMA to leave the people or leave the houses alone where you could see they were Trump supporters. No, this is the president of all Americans. Nothing is affordable these days. I get side-eyed every time I hear affordable housing. Yeah, because like, let's be for real. That affordable housing is probably going to start at $3,000 for a one-bedroom apartment. It's California.
back, well, maybe 1 year, the place was booing her out of the place. They don't have their permits to build their homes. And now they're talking about putting, this is among the most beautiful areas was in the country. Now they're talking about putting low-income housing there. Can you believe this? I love low-income housing. I made money with low.
Because they'll make all that money off of contractors. Them kickbacks. Yeah. Let me tell you something. They're saying that Gavin Newsom is supposed to be running for government in 2028, and I don't even see how that man has the audacity to even think that he could. But then again, I do. Because, like, I could absolutely... That man is so incompetent that people were fleeing his state in droves. And I could absolutely see Democrats just forgetting about how poorly managed California is. Forget all the scandals. It's just terribly managed. And think this man should be running our country. What has Gavin Newsom done to show that he is qualified to run a country? Like, what successes have they had in California? Because it seems like they're losing in every area. They're losing in houses. They're losing with the drug overdoses. They're losing with their levels of poverty and homelessness. They're losing in terms of managing public crises that happen. They're losing in every area. People are fleeing their state. But I promise you, if he runs, the Dems are going to act like we got to vote for him because anybody on the right is the Antichrist.
Low-income housing. I built low-income housing. I know more about low-income housing and luxury housing. I know about everything real estate. They want to replace some of those homes with low-income housing.
Gavin Newsom told us this was dangerous misinformation, even though he's on camera admitting his plan to reimagine LA after these fires. We have journalists in the days after the fires reporting city council was already in talks to rezone these lots. All of that, Dems told us, was conspiracy. It wasn't happening. Well, now we know it is. The president of the United States confirming they are actively trying to do this and saying he's fighting back. He's already fast-tracked and approved almost 100% of the federal permits and will be taking this fight to Newsom and Karen Bass to get your local permits approved. And good riddance.
Yeah.
And another story, China is getting epically trolled on social media after a show of force went horribly wrong.
Okay, I don't want to talk about China, so I'm going to click off of that. Yeah, so y'all let me know in the comments. Hold on. Oh, no.